Now, Mugambi.
Yes.
Please tell me, congratulations first of all.
Thank you.
How many awards did
Supa Modo
win
win.
tonight?
I'm not actually not sure about the exact number. I think it was about 6 of them.
About 6.
Yeah, 6 awards.
Now, you're in the winning because you did what? You script
Yes, I
wrote.
was. Yes, I was one of the 4 screenwriters involved in the production, and I was the head writer. And I wrote with Silas Miami, Wanjori Kekuru, and Kamau Wandongo.
No.
Based on an idea by Likarian Wanaina.
Yes,
Yes.
that must have been not easy.
It wasn't. No, you're right. It wasn't easy at all.
I mean, for collective writing is not easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's productive, but it's difficult because it takes a while before you get to the productive part of it. So as you're finding your space, as everyone is trying to get the ideas together, everyone imagines a different sort of film. So trying to get everyone within the same state of mind. And then having everyone, submit their bits on time, compiling everything, correcting everything, endless hours of conversations, all the different points of view. That's part of the whole thing about making the film.
Wasn't it effectively 5 people? Because Victorian, it was his idea.
Yes, he had written the original idea. He wrote a treatment for it. He wasn't involved in the actual writing of the film. He did get to weigh in a lot every time we submitted a new draft, and he would talk about what was not working. So, before we came up with a draft 5, for instance, we'd come up with a draft 4, and then 4.1, and then 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. We'd go up to 0.7 or 8, and those were little tiny mini versions, and then we'd have a new draft like the draft 5. So
Now, what kept you going?
the fact that the job has to be done.
What you were committed?
Yeah, no, absolutely, and we had no choice because how the whole One Fine Day,
One Fine Day.
Ginger Inc. Films things works. How One Fine Day works is that they have mentors,
Yeah.
and because the mentors are coming in from other countries, the moment they say we're commissioning this script. By the point we were writing draft 1, tickets had already been booked for the people who are going to be coming to film. A lot of the equipment is booked way in advance, so we really have no choice but to finish up a script and have it ready before everyone comes in, so that they have something to work with.
Now, let me just ask, if I know they call you a mentee, but to what extent did they get involved in the script writing process?
They don't do any of the writing. The mentors don't do any of the writing. We do the writing. What happens is they will weigh in on the versions or the scripts or the treatments or the pages that we present. They have a say in this is working, this is not working. They'll ask lots of questions about where are you trying to go with this, or they'll point out our blind spots, and usually the blind spots are going to be many because we're right in the middle of it. So they're the ones that are able to step back and tell us, if you do this, we do that, if you do this, maybe that will work, or how about this character does this, how about this character does that. Sometimes they'll even tell us things about our script that are working, that we wrote in there subconsciously. For instance, the directing mentor, if you get to watch the film,
I have. I love it.
Thank you. And the people viewing your channel, there's a scene where Jo, the little girl, is in hospital, and she's with her friend.
Yes.
And they watch her sister coming into the ward and seeing all these kids looking sick, and she's all scared. And Jo says to her friend, her friend says to her, she says to her friend, they don't get it, do they? And her friend says, it's up to you to show them. And we wrote that line as a sort of it was exactly, it was a by the by line. But the directing mentor said, this is where your story begins, because that is where she's given her mission. And her mission is to show the grown-ups that this sickness and this disease and this thing that's actually killing her is not going to stifle her. And that is really where the film begins. So we had never seen it that way, and that really set us on the course to make sure that we were answering the question that we'd set up at the beginning without knowing. Yeah.
So this is a real breakthrough in your experience today.
Yes, it is. It is. It really It really is. It was.
You were an actor, you're a comedian, so many things, but have you been a scriptwriter before?
For a film, no, not before Katikati. So I had the chance to co-write on Katikati with Ndithi, to co-write for Supa Modo, and now before then I'd written for the stage and TV.
Oh yeah.
And before then I hadn't written at all. So it's wonderful.
Are you going to Los Angeles?
If we get nominated, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I wish you all the best.
Thank you,
And I
Margareta.
hope to see you with an Oscar in hand.